Welcome all. If you see someone without a smile, give them yours. We'll start a new topic, tissues, part 1, very important for class 9. Before going to a tissue, we will see the hierarchy of living organisms. Now, each organism is made up of a number of cells. When a group of cells perform together a specific function, it is known as tissue. That means a group of cells together form the tissue. When a number of tissues perform a specific function, they will form organs like kidney, stomach. These are all organs, eyes, ears. Okay. Now, these different organs combine together to perform a specific function. They will constitute the organ system. Like digestive system have their own organs. Respiratory systems have their specific organs. Now, when a number of organ systems combine, they will form the organisms, right? Now, organism constitute the species, then genus, family, order, class, phylum, kingdom, domain, and that is the life. This is what hierarchy of living organisms. Now, what is an tissue? What is a tissue? A group of cells having more or less the same size, shape, structure, origin and function constitute a tissue. Now, each tissue have a definite function to perform. They will all work together to give or to produce a specific function properly. That is why each tissue shows a division of labor. That means they have the capacity to do a particular function at the definite level. So that is why the division of labor. Let's see the types of tissues. Plant tissue and animal tissue. Now see plant tissue. Plant is stationary. That means they will reside in one particular place. So they need more supporting cells, especially the dead cells. So there are a number of different tissues they have. We will see later on. So plant tissue have more supporting cells. That is why the growth is limited to certain region. I have already taught you the meristematic regions like stem tip, root tip. So these are the regions where the growth is indefinite. It is growing on. The cells are continuously dividing. So these are specific areas in the plant. And plant is autotrophic. They can produce their own food. Animal tissue, they are moving. They are not stationary. So they don't have a particular differentiation of meristematic and permanent tissue like that of plant tissue. So animals have a uniform growth and they are heterotrophic in nutrition. So they are dependent indirectly or directly on plant for their food. Let's see a plant tissue. The diagram, you can see the picture when we are taking a section in the lab. You can see the different tissues. Epidermis, that is dermal tissue. Ground tissue, vascular tissue. Vascular tissue is meant for conduction of water, that is xylem, and conduction of food, that is phloem. Now, animal tissue, I have given different types of epithelial tissues. We will see separately in different class. Animal tissue, squamous, cuboidal, columnar, stratified. This is all based on their structure, right? So, thank you for watching. See you soon.